Welcome back, guys. Libby is joining me with Miss Libby's Kits. We're talking about Christmas. I know it's crazy. We're talking about Christmas, but we're talking about Elf on the Shelf. So kind of talk about how you got all this started.
Hi, Kelsey. Thank you for having me. I am an ex-kindergarten teacher, now stay-at-home mom, and Christmas was my favorite time in the classroom because the kids are so happy and the time is so magical. So that's kind of how it started, was trying to think of ways to make Christmas a little bit easier on parents.
And obviously this year it's going to be a lot harder, different, things like that. So talk about how all this works for you.
Okay, so each kit comes with 24 days of activities. There's props, games, crafts, and I have a parent's guide. So it's pretty much like there's a table of contents and you go day 1 to 24, and each kit has a bag that you pull. So you're going to pull your bag for whatever day you have, and it's just set up and go. So you don't have to worry about prep or anything like that. It's just grab and go.
These kits, what age group is this good for, and how long do they normally last each day's kind of event?
I think it depends. I kind of have them scaffolded so that they can be for young or even teenage kids. There's a family question at the end of each day so that you can have communication with your kids and learn more about each other. And I think that those are worded enough that you can ask a little friend or you can ask a bigger kid. So I would say pretty much 2 to 16. Even if your teenagers think it's corny, it's still fun.
And how did you come up with all these different things for 24 days?
I guess I thought about things that we did in our classroom. Thinking about the elf, depending on his behavior, it kind of reflected the behavior of my students. So I did nice activities so that we would have constructive things done in the classroom, so that they'll be talking about being kind and how to take care of others and how giving is better than receiving. So that's kind of how I thought of the different days.
And these activities, it's just a little quick activity, will take a while.
Some days are just like a silly, you watch what your elf does and you have your family question. Some are you sit down and do a craft, or you write letters to family members. They range from 5 to 15 minutes.
And so how much do they cost and how do they order?
So they start at $40 and then you add on per kid. So one kit serves one child and then you can add on. You can order them directly from me, and I have a Facebook where you go do a Google Doc and you can order, or I'll have these at KK's Craft Mall, and they're not as customized. They won't have the children's names on them. They'll be kind of more generic type cards, but they're grab and go. And so KK's and Humble Grounds Coffee in Slayton.
So these need to be probably obviously bought before December because it's going to be 24 days in December.
Yes. So I'm going to shut down pre-orders around November 10th, 15th, just depending. And then everything else will just be kind of grab and go from KK, so that I have plenty of time to get those out to families.
Well, thank you so much for being here. And it sounds like a great activity for the family.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Of course, we'll have more coming up right after the break.